Hey guys, it's Raquel, and welcome to my monthly Wine and Dollies video. Today we will be talking about just how March has been going, update you on a few things which are probably in the description of the video or in the title, and just, give you guys an update of what's going on. So, as always, if you hear anything, it's because the little one in the background is making noises and moving. But first and foremost, I want to get to the big thing that happened this month, which is one of the negative things that happened in March, which is that the virus that shall not be named has closed down Anime North, and in conjunction has closed down Doll North for this year. Which means Anime North and Doll North will not be happening until 2021. Now, I did see this coming. I did mention that I didn't think there was very high hopes for the convention to stay up because of what's going on in the world. So when it did happen, I was not surprised, but at the same time, like always, I was upset. Like, everyone's upset. It sucks when one of your favorite conventions has to close down because of something that you cannot control. It's not like you had to go in for work. It's not like you had a family emergency. It's nothing like that. It's the entire world is shutting down, pretty much, to try to contain this virus and to stop it from spreading. So it really sucks. I did see it coming, and overall, I do have a few updates on the situation for 2021. Luckily for us, the doll masquerade, the theme is going to stay consistent. So, the theme that they came out with this year is going to bridge over to next year, which is perfect because I already had an idea for it, and now I don't have to change my idea, and I actually get a little bit more time to produce my idea. Granted, I mean, my idea isn't very extravagant or complicated. I have this one image in mind that I have for the doll masquerade that I want to do, so now I have a little bit more time to do it. I wish I had thought of something a little more complicated, but I just really like this idea, so I'm going to stick with it. Even though, like, a lot of people have now an entire year to get your doll together for the masquerade, so there's going to be an increase of people joining the masquerade next year, which I cannot wait to see everyone's dolls and their outfits and stuff. But, like, even though I have far more time, I can do something way more complicated. I personally am not going to. I'm going to stick with my simplistic idea that I was going to do originally and just roll with it, and yeah. So, I can't show you guys what it looks like as per the contest rules, but I'll show you next year, I guess. So that's one of the cons of March, obviously. A huge con. And by con, I mean negative thing to happen this month, not just the fact that it's a convention. I know, I'm getting my words a little confused here. I've got a little chart over here to mark down what's what, so I can remember all the good and bad things that have happened this year. This month. We're just gonna do all the negative stuff first. One of the other negative things that I have noticed is that it's a personal negative thing. So it's both a positive and a negative, which is I don't have a lot of free time. Despite the quarantines, despite the fact that you're supposed to self-isolate and not go outside, and a lot of people have been laid off of their jobs, and that's really unfortunate, and all this type of stuff. And this is where it comes to a pros and a con, because I am one of the fortunate ones. I work in the food industry, so therefore I am an essential for everything running in Canada, because we wholesale fruit and vegetable produce. So we supply many stores with their vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. So we are an essential to keep things running during this pandemic. So while it is a pro that I am not laid off, I still have to go to work and do my job and help feed the people. It's also a con on a personal note because a lot of my friends are laid off. They have free time, so they're like, for example, the roleplay community. There's an influx of people role-playing right now. There's an influx of people playing video games. There's an influx of people chatting on Discord, and I keep getting messages from people, hey, how are you doing this? Are you doing that? Do you want to play this? Do you want to play that? Do you want to, all this type of stuff? And I'm getting overwhelmed because, like, even with the doll stuff, like, I made a mask for one of my dolls. I wanted to make one for him because he's one of my K-pop boys. Sorry I didn't introduce him earlier. I don't have a name for him yet, but he's one of my K-pop boys. Again, a video about him will come out at some point. Like, I wanted to make him a mask. I wanted to make his co-star a mask. I wanted to make a few other of my dolls the mask. I haven't had time because I'm still going to work and doing the things. And well, a term you're gonna hear a lot, especially during between June and November, is something that I call the market season. And the market season is the busiest time of year for me in the fruit industry. That's when we bring out our local fruit, peaches, pears, apples, like everything like that. And that's when it's the busiest time of year for my business. That's when I work the crazy hours from like 4 a.m. to noon. It's ridiculously crazy. I'm always tired. It's a shit show for 6 months, pretty much. And so that's still a thing. Everything's still a thing. I'm still working in the wintertime, the market season's still gonna be a thing. It's gonna be crazy. And to me, it's a positive, of course, because I'm working where a lot of people aren't and they're concerned about their bills and all that type of stuff. But it's also a negative for me because while everyone's getting a chance to do all the things that they've wanted to do with this free time, I don't have free time. And I never really get free time. And I always feel constricted, like I just keep doing stuff, and I'm a very active person. I like to keep busy and all the type of shit, but at the same time, it's like, can I get a break, please? So, that's why it's both a con and a pro, a negative and a positive, because, like, while it is amazing, and I do not take for granted the work that I do and the fact that I can, still work during this time and support myself, at the same time, it would have been nice if I had a bit of a break, because I don't get very many breaks. Like, all my friends can tell you, I'm always busy, I'm always doing crazy shit, so, yeah, that's why it's both a positive and a negative. The very last negative thing I want to talk about isn't really negative, but it is, I guess because of the depression and just the stress of being busy during a time where everyone's not busy, I have bought a few more dolls. Okay, so I have bought a few dolls. I bought, I think it was like 1 or 2 dolls. I'm not 100% sure. I bought a head. It's a discontinued head from Angel Fantasy, which, not him, but the previous boy, Zero, from my previous video, he was in Angel Fantasy. So because they're discontinued, because the company no longer exists, it is, to me, a limited edition head, because obviously no more are being created. Therefore, I kind of jumped on it immediately. I bought, there's a girl.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I'm pretty sure I'm so sorry if you identify as something else. I just say because of the name of the company and the dolls that has created. And again, I don't remember what the name is. I didn't do my research before doing this video. I will put it up on the screen somewhere because I am so forgetful. But I purchased a second-hand doll of this person's, and I am super excited because this is a person that has been in the community for a while. I have seen their dolls around, and they are a solo artist. They are an independent artist who has made a doll and has one out there, so I am very happy to have gotten one secondhand. I am excited to do that box opening, which I've got 3 old box openings I still have to post up, and then I've got at least 3 box openings that are going to be brand new when I do post them. So I'm excited for that. Obviously it's a con because I told myself I would not buy any more dolls, but you know, stress and depression, dolls. So I have cut it down. I've stopped again. And I will note that February was really bad for me. It really sucked, and that's where a lot of this purchasing came from, was at the very early end of March. Early beginning. The beginning of March is when I did all these purchases. A lot of good things have happened since then, which has pretty much put me off from buying anything in general. I've been eating things at home. I haven't been buying as much junk food, so all in all, March has been very positive for me despite these negatives. So I'm gonna get into the pros now, which is obviously there's gonna be more doll box opening videos coming out soon. But multiple things have gone really, really, really well this month, and I almost feel like crying because of them, because it's just amazing. I'm so happy, and I kind of can't believe it because I am born in March. My birthday's in actually a few days, March 31st. So I usually don't like my birthday. Ever since I was a kid, I didn't really have very big parties. I only had a few friends around every now and then, and as soon as I became independent, as soon as I kind of went into college, I stopped inviting friends over for my birthday. I would just spend my birthday with my parents. I wouldn't hold any big parties. I wouldn't have friends over. I wouldn't really do anything because I hated my birthday. Why do I hate my birthday? I don't freaking know. I just don't like it. I guess it's a reminder I'm getting older or something. But like seeing a lot of my friends host their parties and stuff like that, I don't like being the center of attention, which is weird because I'm making YouTube videos and I'm streaming and I'm doing a whole bunch of shit that's like the center of attention, but I usually don't like the center of attention. I don't usually like huge crowds when I'm the center of attention. If I'm not, I'm fine. Like, I can hang out with friends and do shit and have fun at cons, and I guess because I'm cosplaying, nobody really knows who I am except for my close friends, so then it's like, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm just in my element. But at a club, or even just hanging out at like a board game cafe, I just get really weird when I have a lot of friends around, or I'm around strangers and I'm the center of attention. Like, I honestly, whenever the day is I get married, holy fuck, that's gonna be the weirdest day of my life, because I dread having a big wedding, but I want a big wedding. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Anyway, off topic, now on topic. So, a lot of good, like, I hold a stigma of my birthday month is always going to be bad, and based from last month, March has been fucking fantastic. Aside from the negative things that I have already spoken about, March has been amazing, and I can't believe it, because it's my birthday month, but I can't believe it. So one of the awesome things that happened was I am using my drawing tablet a shit ton more than I was before. I bought this drawing tablet as a depression buy. It cost me a lot of money. I won't say how much, but it's like the #1 freaking tablet you could possibly buy, and it's mobile, so that's a little hint for you. It's a mobile tablet, which means it has its own like Windows software and installed on it. So it's literally just a fucking computer that's a tablet that I can draw on, that I can see what the image is as I draw. It's fucking amazing. I bought it for myself because of the breakup. I told myself, okay, I am going to draw more often. I am going to do stuff, and I didn't. And I didn't for the longest time. I drew here and there. I tried to draw every day, but some days I fell down. And I was beginning to regret the purchase because obviously the purchase kind of put me in a little bit of debt, which I had to pay off. But in general, I felt like I wasn't using it, and I felt like I had just spent all this money for nothing, and I was getting really down about it. But because, and here's the thing, that's the cool thing, because of my Twitch and being a streamer now, I have used that tablet so much. I have been making emotes. I made almost like a little logo drawing of myself as a chibi version, and I was so proud of myself. I love that drawing. I've made a whole bunch of emotes. I've made modification emotes, which is like, if you know anything about Twitch and streaming, there are these things called bits. People can donate them. For every bit that's donated is 1 cent in USD. So, like, if people donate a certain amount of bits, they get a little cute icon beside saying what rank they are in bits. So it's like, there's 1 bit, there's 100 bits, there's 1,000 bits, there's 5,000 bits, and it goes up from there. And Twitch has these emotes that, like, these little icons, actually, not emotes, icons, that associate with each level of bit. And I was looking at them the other day, and I'm like, these are lame. I want to update them because I want everything about my Twitch channel to be unique. So I spent a week, this entire week, pretty much drawing these emotes. And I'm so happy because for almost 2 weeks straight, I have been using this tablet non-stop, making new emotes, making new icons. They just rolled out emotes for bit donators now. So if you hit a certain amount of bit donators, you get an emote for each level of bit donation that you make. So I have to make like 22 new emotes, and so I am using this tablet non-stop like crazy. Like, granted, I have not posted the emotes on my DeviantArt. I really have to get around to doing that because, I mean, DeviantArt, I should put my stuff up on there so they know, like, that DeviantArt is associated with me, which therefore is associated with my Twitch, therefore the stuff is there and copyrighted and shit. So I really gotta do that. But still, I'm using my tablet like crazy, and I am so happy because I'm getting use out of it, and I feel like I have validated that purchase. Like, you know how for every, I think it's like $10 you spend, you play for an hour of a video game or something like that? I think that's the analogy people use. I think by now I have finally gotten my money's worth out of my tablet and then some. So that for me was a huge positive for this month. Getting away from Twitch, I'll get back to Twitch in a second, but getting away from Twitch, I want to talk about my role-playing account. I role-play. Some of you know that, some of you don't. My role-playing is written through typing. My role-playing is with me sending a message to someone else in character, and then they respond with their character to my message, and we go back and forth type of thing. My account on that role-playing site got hacked in December. December was a terrible month based on the breakup and all of this stuff, including the fact that my roleplay account got hacked. Now, I had been role-playing kind of on and off, not really there because of the breakup already, but this had stopped my role-playing completely because I am a weird person where if my account is not with me, like I try making mule accounts and mule accounts, sorry, can't pronounce that really well, to continue role-playing and stuff, but it didn't feel like myself. Like, I felt like my identity was stolen. Now, when it was hacked, the website that I roleplay on caught it right away, so they actually locked my account so the hacker could no longer use it, but nor could I. And it took 4 months to get this fucking account back. But I got it back. I am so excited. I am so happy. I actually have been spending most of today typing and getting shit ready for me to start role-playing again, because one of the role-plays I was running went on a complete hiatus for the 4 months that I was unable to type. So I'm bringing it back. I have to post 2 posts today. It's fucking ridiculous, but I am so happy. I feel like I've gotten my identity back with my role-playing. I've put in verifications, 2-step verifications on my account now, so it can no longer get hacked, or at least not easily. Like, I've put absolutely fucking everything to make sure that this never happens again, and this account has been around since middle school. I was in grade 8 when I made it. I'm getting a little emotional now, but I was in grade 8 when I made this account and found my love for writing and found my love for role-playing and found my love for creative character construction. I make characters on the daily. I role-play these characters on a daily. My dolls wouldn't be existent if I hadn't looked at ball jointed dolls and said, wow, I can create a character out of this doll, or that doll looks like this character I made a long time ago. This roleplay site, this roleplay account that I had, has been with me since grade 8, and is one of the reasons why I could get through day to day. It was because I got to step away from the real world and go into my fantasy realm and roleplay all these really cool and crazy things and create characters, and they apply so much to my dolls, and it feels like I have gotten my identity back. So that was huge for me. Like, getting my account back was huge. I am so happy. I'm over the moon at the fact that it's back in my hands, and that I get to finally start role-playing again. And I know it's gonna be slow. I just did a few things the other day on the account, and my hands, like, my fingers felt like jello. That's how long I haven't typed as intensely as I usually do. So it's just, I can't explain enough how happy I am and how much this has changed things, because I have been going through a tough time. I'm still not over a lot of things. I'm still hurt. But role-playing and video games were always there to kind of cheer me up and help me through things throughout my life. And to have that ripped away from you was, I can't even describe how painful it was, and how hurt I was, and how devastated I was that my account was hacked and I didn't have access to it. There was hope with the fact that it had been hacked, but they had been able to lock it and make sure that the hacker couldn't do anything else on it, but I was still devastated. And so now to have that account back, to be able to roleplay again, to be able to use that outlet that I've been using for years to help me get through things, I am over the moon happy. I'm over the moon excited, and that was one of the top tier things of March, that where it's like, that's why I'm saying holy shit, March is amazing. And I will say that I love cosplaying. I love Anime North. I am really upset about Doll North and Anime North being cancelled. But if I had to choose between cosplaying and role-playing, I would actually choose role-playing because it makes me that happy. So that's why, like, I know Doll North and Anime North and a lot of people are upset right now, and far more upset than I am at this moment, and that should be a really big negative thing that happened that made March suck. But because I got my account back, because I got something that I held so deep back in my arms that I could hug it and be like, oh fucking hell yes, I can finally do my thing again, it outweighs the negative. This positive outweighs the negative. And that's something, because the next thing is even more amazing than getting my account back, which is hard to believe and hard to admit, but it is, which is the last pro for March is I made it to affiliate on Twitch. And now you may think, affiliate on Twitch is better than role-playing. What the fuck? You're so passionate about that. Yeah, I am passionate about role-playing. But I made fucking affiliate on Twitch. I did not think I'd make affiliate on Twitch until, like, at least May or June. And even to which case, I was like, I don't even know how the fuck I'm gonna get through the market season with streaming, because that's gonna be a whole nother fucking story. I don't even know how the fuck I'm gonna do that. But, I made affiliate on Twitch. I've gotten subbers and people gifting subs. I've gotten bit donations. I've gotten regular donations that I cannot be more thankful for. I've hit the 50 follower goal. The fact is, and this is why it makes it like at the top of my March this is fucking awesome list, is because I love making props. I love making resin props. I want to make resin dolls. I want to do cosplay stuff and stuff like that. But a lot of I love role playing, but my hobbies don't bring in any form of income, and it sucks. With the ball jointed dolls and the cosplay props and the cosplaying in general, I do not have a big enough space to do half that stuff that I used to do when I used to work in the film industry. I do not have a designated space to work with these hazardous chemicals, which can be hazardous to your health if you do not have the proper space and things to do them. Like, you have to have the mask, you have to have I want a built-in ventilation system for sorry, that was a really weird way to say it. For the space where I work on these props and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why with Nerdy Doll Girls BJD heads, I volunteered to fix them for her. I just haven't gotten the chance because I don't even have a fucking garage to work out of. A lot of people can walk out of their house, spray their face up stuff, do all that type of things by just walking out their back door or their front door and doing it. I live in a condominium. I don't have a garage to do it in. I don't have a front door to do it in. Do it out of. My back door, which is my front door, is in a hallway. So it's extremely hard for me to do this type of stuff. And I can't do it at my parents' place because they're now renovating their place. And yeah, I'm gonna get some prop stuff in with the advantage of their place being a mess, and so I can do a few things for sure. But once the place is fixed up, I can't use their garage. They have cars in their garage, so I can't use their garage as a warehouse to do my stuff in. I can't use their backyard to do my prop stuff in. Like, so I'm limited. I'm limited with the prop work and yeah, I could do sewing and that type of stuff, but I'm not confident in my own sewing skills to do commissions yet. Or at least not alone. Like, I may be doing something with my mother at some point, in regards to sewing and cosplay and possibly making things, for commission. But, again, I don't have a designated sewing room. And, to me, I guess there's a mental block in my head, but I live in a 475 square foot condo. To me, it gets messy really easily. I'm already a kind of disastrous person. So, like, even though I can sew, I don't feel confident. Even though I can sew anywhere, I got a portable sewing machine. It's not like it's stuck to a table. Like, I can do it fucking anywhere. I don't have the skill I believe I need to do these commissions. I cannot do the resin casting or any of that stuff in my condo because of the chemical hazards. I can't make money or make any form of income off of role-playing at all. Because you're just writing random stories. I mean, I could technically take a one-on-one with someone and turn it into a book, but I would want their consent, and there's a whole bunch of things, and the role-plays usually die before it concludes, and you know how the fucking things go if you're a role-player. So, in general, a lot of my hobbies right now, in this current time, in this condo specifically, I can't advance in the way that I want to. And maybe I can. Maybe I'm just putting myself down too much and I'm blocking myself up because I think I can't do it. But that's the problem. I think I can't do it. And I feel like I need more space. I feel like I need designated room, obviously for the chemical stuff, of course, but I just don't feel like even my skills are up to par. And obviously role-playing, you can't really make money off role-playing. But video games. Like, I played video games, like, just for fun. And I always do it for fun. Even to this day, even with Twitch streaming. The reason why I started Twitch streaming was because I thought to myself, hey, maybe I could just, like, I play League of Legends every single day anyway. I play League of Legends to have fun. And I do it every single day. Why don't I just stream every single day for shits and giggles? Why don't I just do it for the fun of it? Fuck it. Why not? It gives me a distraction from the depression that I'm feeling, from how stressed I was about the breakup. And I needed something to pick me up, so why don't I stream to people and make friends and have fun? But I didn't expect it to go nearly as fucking far as it has. I made affiliate in 2 months. Some people have made it faster than that, but some people stream years before getting their first viewer. I've got active viewers who talk to me on stream, which makes me so happy, and I get to have a conversation with them. I've made it to affiliate to the point where people are graciously donating, and that's income. Like, and it's not, okay, I will say 100%, I'm not streaming for the income. I'm not streaming for the glory and the fame. I did it for fun. But the fact that something I'm passionate about is now making something, even if it's a fraction, it's so small, is making me feel happy. It's making me feel validated in the fact that something that I love, something I'm passionate about, something that I have fun with is actually making an income. Yes, it's not making an income that I can sustain on. I can't drop everything to stream. I can't drop everything for role-playing or ball-jointed dolls or cosplaying. No, I'm not at that point yet. But it's still hope. It's something, right? And that's what I fucking, like, that's why that makes making Twitch affiliate is the top of my list. Because, like, this is the first thing that I've done. And it may be an approval thing, too, because my dad is, my dad, I love my dad. He's an amazing guy, but he is a financial person. He has multiple businesses. There is that thought in my head that I have to take over the family business at some point and all this type of stuff. But I don't love the fruit business, the market, as much as I do my hobbies. And so for my hobby to make something, even a few cents, is empowering to me, because it means that, to me, that I have made it. I have done something on my own. I've made money on my own through people giving me subscriptions or being gracious enough to donate bits or donations in general. And it's validating to me. It's so hard to explain, and I hope I don't sound hypocritical or snobbish or any of the negative words that I can possibly think of about saying that, but it honestly made me feel like I was doing something that mattered, and that I was doing something for myself where I can say, hey, I'm making money at something that I love and that I love doing. And that alone is just, I can't even explain it. I'm beyond happy and excited and just over the moon of, like, what the fuck, this actually happened. It's just, yeah, I just don't know how else to explain it. And that's why it ranks a little bit higher than my tablet being used more and my roleplay account coming back is because I feel validated, I feel confident, I feel good, I feel like I'm actually doing something that makes me happy and making something off of it, even if it's cents. It's just, I'm doing something finally. And I feel like it can only go up from here. In every aspect. It can only go up from here on my Twitch, it can only go up from here on my YouTube channels, on all the YouTube channels. It can only go up from here with my role playing, my cosplaying, my ball jointed doll stuff. Like, I just feel like that door has finally been opened for me. Just a crack. Enough for me to know that I can bust it down. And I can do something that makes me happy. And maybe it only will be part-time. It probably will only be part-time for the rest of my life. But it's still something. It's still something I can hold in my hand and say, look, I did it. I made it to affiliate. I made it this far. And I'm going to continue striving to do greater things. So, yeah. And I guess that concludes my video. I guess that concludes everything about March that was amazing. I'm so sorry this has been such a long video. I've just been very happy, very excited, and I think for the first time in a long time, I can go into my birthday saying that I'm happy to be turning 26. Well, obviously it's the first time because I'm only going to turn 26 once, but I can go into my birthday saying I'm happy that I'm turning a year older with what I've accomplished. I've only been able to do this one other time, and that was when I was turning 21. I had finished college. I had bought a place, and unfortunately I had a boyfriend, so those are 3 huge milestones for me in when I turned 21. I don't even know what year it is because my brain's not working, but I think this is the first year since then that I can actually say I have accomplished a lot in 2019, despite how shitty it was in those last few months of 2019. That breakup turned the gears in my heart and in my head to start doing stuff that I loved, and that is why I'm here with you guys, and that's why I'm doing stuff on Twitch, and that is why, like, 2019, as negative as it was, turned positive by my birthday. By the time I turned 26, I can say that I had a decent year. And that my birthday didn't suck, because the entire birthday month was filled with enough positives to outweigh the negatives. And yeah, so I'm very happy. Happier than I've been in a while, based off of sorry, dropped my keyboard. Based off of, yeah, so I sorry, oh my god, I feel so embarrassed. But anyway, I feel so happy based off of the positive things that have happened this month, that despite the negatives, this has remained a positive month, way fucking better than February. Despite Anime North and Doll North's cancellation, it has been way fucking better than February. And I can say that on my birthday, I am going to be smiling and I will be happy. And despite the virus, despite all the shit that's going on because of the virus that shall not be named, I am looking forward to 2020. Because we may be confined to our homes, we may not be able to do the things we want to do, we may not be able to go to conventions, we may not be able to hang out with our friends, we may not be able to do whatever we want to do out on the outside, but lots of us, minus me, but lots of us still have ample amount of time at home now. And for me, that is like 100% amazing. I may not have a lot of time because I'm still busy and I'm still working, I'm still doing shit, but I feel like this stuff that happened this month, the positive stuff that happened this month, is going to steamroll me through 2020's crisis and get me to the end of the year okay. And I'll have something to show for it, and something positive outlook during this whole crisis situation. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I've held you up long enough, so thank you so much for watching my Wine and Dollies video, my March Wine and Dollies video, and yeah, hopefully I'll get a new box opening video up next Sunday. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.